Hello guys, I'm in California, in Los Angeles with Hookah.
Welcome, Mario. Thanks for coming to Hookah John headquarters. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna start the interview starting from some background about Hookah, the brand, the store, how was the beginning.
Well, the beginning is over 10 years now. So I don't know if your group is new. Many of the newer generation, they don't know the history. But we started out very small, working out of my garage. Actually had a small store too, but I focused on online sales, and the online community at the time was different than now. It was forums as opposed to Facebook groups. So I did very well. I made a name for myself based on customer service, bringing products to the market that weren't available anywhere. And then it just started rolling, getting bigger and bigger, and I decided I want to make my own products too. Bowls, hoses, a lot of things were very successful, and some things not so successful. Like I tried some hookahs years ago, many years ago. So all of this stuff is on my YouTube channel, where it shows me without all this gray hair and without this stomach. 10 years ago was a different time. But now, it got so big, there's so much, and it's not just me that got big. The whole hookah industry got bigger. At the time I was getting traditional products from the Middle East, and now we're getting products made in the US or imported from Germany or Russia. And it's very exciting the way it's going. I like it, and now the biggest news is we're in the third year of Hookah Expo Worldwide. It's the only hookah exclusive expo in the United States. So this will be the third year. We're very excited, and hopefully we get. The last 2 years, we did have some followers come out from Spain. So thank you for that. And that's it. There's a lot of history, but how did I get into it? I don't know. Smoking hookah one night. We were having. I was in the real estate field before. Things were going very bad in the whole economy in the United States. And I was smoking hookah every night, thinking, what can I do next? And it was in my hand.
Yeah. So you are well known for your bowls, at least outside of USA. And the question is very simple: what's your favorite of your bowls?
My favorite is 80 Feet Resurrection.
The Resurrection.
Yes, because I smoke Tangiers mainly. So with Tangiers, I think the 80 Feet Resurrection is the best performing bowl for Tangiers. I also like the Harmony because other brands that I smoke, such as Olfacker, that's one of my favorite brands too. But I use a little bit more tobacco, so I like the Harmony bowl for that. But number one is 80 Feet Resurrection all the way.
So you wouldn't go deeper?
It is deeper. See, there's the 80 Feet 80, which is more shallow, and it holds less tobacco. Like seriously, maybe 1/3 less in the 80 Feet 80. And you can use it for a shorter session. It's no problem. But I don't need to go less. I see some people trying to count grams, how many grams. And I understand it's okay for the consumer to do that. But here we have so much tobacco that when the bowl is finished, you just pack another bowl. It's not a big deal. I don't focus so much on my hookah when I'm smoking hookah. I'm focused on what I'm doing. Now, you're here the whole time. We're talking, discussing world markets for hookah. I'm not thinking about my hookah so much. The hookah is secondary or complementary to what I'm doing. So, all these bowls out there, they're all working. They're all working good. So to get very picky, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay. Now you were speaking of bowls. Have you ever tried some Spanish bowls?
Yes, but give me the names. Not so much because I stay with in my own ways, just by habit. But I've tried the Spanish bowls.
Yeah, we got Bengala.
This is the one. Yeah, Bengala is
Cachimba de Chichas.
Cachimba de Chichas. It's all good. It's handmade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good that I like when other markets are making their own locally made stuff. If somebody's in some country and they're making bowls in China, there's no value in that for me.
Yeah.
But when you say Spain making their own bowls, that's very interesting. I really respect that.
Okay. Well, Hookah is not only about bowls. You also have Saoka, you have bowls.
Yes.
What you have and what are we gonna see next?
We have, okay, well, this is the newest product we have. This is called the So-So hose.
Mhm.
So-So big S for stainless steel. This is 100% American-made stainless steel, aircraft quality from companies that make parts for spaceships and medical grade products. So we're very proud of it. We were doing a comparison. I don't want to show the other products, but so many people, so many brands have a product that's a stainless steel hose.
Mhm.
But here, put this in your hand and feel how heavy this is.
Yes.
The
it's quite
thickness, yeah, the thickness of the pipe, the length, and the weight. I think I wanted to do something really big with this. And then we also did the heat treatment on this, and I really like, and we call it So-So Signature Hose because I have this signature here. So that's a good one. The one you have is a prototype of the knurl hose.
Mhm.
It's a little rough on your hand here, but we smoothed this out on the current
So this
ones.
is not the original.
This is
Okay,
the prototype.
The retail.
It's not, yes.
Okay.
It's a little, you feel it's a little rough on the
Mhm,
hands.
Yeah.
So that one's aluminum.
Mhm.
We've been focusing on those. Next, I see you have the mouth tip right there.
Yeah.
We're making stainless steel mouth tip. No, your mouth tip.
Ah, yeah, no, I know, yeah.
Okay, so we're making them with the lanyards. I'll show them at later on.
Okay.
You'll see them at the expo. Again, this type of quality, you know, stainless steel, American made, and that's what we go for. There's plenty of economy products on the market, so, and I carry them too, and they're good products. But for what I want to make, like the Hookah, like all the hoses, I want to go highest quality that I can.
Okay. Now changing the topic. For me, it's very interesting that you are in both sides of the game. You are a brand, and you're also an influencer. You're participating in Facebook groups and social media in general. So for me, it's like impressing that, well, now in Spain, we got this Facebook group called Hookah Passion, which is quite new. But for me, it's interesting that in the USA, you got like 3-4 groups.
Yes.
Why you think is that? Why there is not like a big group and that's all?
Well, I'll go back to the history. Before there were Facebook groups, we had forums.
Mhm.
Forums were started by guys really who had money, because the forum would cost you like a couple of $1,000s to buy the program, and then there's monthly fees,
Yeah.
and there was only like 3, I believe, at the time. When I started, there was 2, Hookah Pro, Hookah Forum. They're all dead. And at the same time, I started my own Royal Hookah Forum. It's dead. Anybody can start a Facebook group. Anybody. You can start one right now about dogs if you want. It's
Mhm.
no problem. And you just add users, add them. There's no, I'm going to be honest, and I have a lot of friends who run all the groups too.
Mhm.
Anybody can start a Facebook group. It doesn't take any skill, it doesn't take any talent, it doesn't take any money. You just go to the other groups, you add them to your group. It's really, I don't think it's beneficial, but at the same time, the few groups that we have in the US, it's all good people.
Mhm.
And they all have the same focus. It's to focus on hookah and share and talk. Now, sometimes the hookah gets a little bit boring, so they need other content. They start fighting with each other. Whatever. I've been through that many years ago,
Mhm.
so now I kind of stay away from it. But I like the fighting sometimes because it kind of brings out the truth in people. What are you really about? What have you accomplished? What have you done? Mine is full disclosure. It's Hookah John's circle of friends, but everybody knows I'm selling the product. So I will talk about products, but at the same time, when I talk to you about the So-So hose, I'm trying to sell it to you. It's no secret.
Mhm.
And everybody gets that. There's no secret to it. So that's my aim, is to get as many products on the market and to have every hookah smoker to buy them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mhm.
And other people say, we don't do it for the money, we do it for the passion. I said, you know how much I smoke just as much as anybody else. I'm just as passionate. So I think I have I don't want to say I have more to offer, because these guys are actually going around the world too now and bringing new products to the audience. They're not selling them, but they're bringing them to the audience, which is great. All we want is content. And in the end, all we want to do is be together. Some people want to compete about they're better at this and that. You're just on the internet typing. There's no proof, there's no evidence that you're better at anything. Okay. I just want to make sure. I think one day we should actually bring it into one big group,
Mhm.
but that'll never work out with people on the internet. It'll just that people have too many different personalities, But overall, it's good. It's making hookah grow, so I like it. So it's a balance. It has its pros, it has its cons. Overall, it's a great thing. It's growing hookah in the United States, and there are more users, and that's the biggest goal.
Okay, because my feeling is like people think like if the owner of a brand or something is behind a group, it's like this group is not gonna be unbiased anymore.
Right.
So,
I believe that too. And I've said it before, I'm openly biased. I don't care. I mean, I have my products I want to sell you, but at the same time, I believe in them too. I'm a hookah smoker. I'm not trying to sell you a product that I don't use. People who are influencers, I don't know how they're not influencing me. I don't know of any real influencers in the hookah community in the U.S. They're just people that post a lot throughout the day. When people say I'm an influencer, I don't even understand why. I just show you what I'm doing. If people agree with it, great. But I don't really make a big effort into influencing people. But influencers, I think there's some around the world, like say Russia, John Galliano.
Yeah.
This guy is a big influencer. I don't understand what he's saying, but I see the following, and I've known him in person, and he's a good guy.
Do you think there is something else that can be improved, or everything is already made?
Yeah, you can go to China and make a robot of a nice looking lady, and she can make the hookah for you. That'll be pretty impressive. But in the end, this is something that's been done for thousands of years, smoking tobacco. And with hookah, it's just a pipe going into a glass filled with water, and you heat up the tobacco in a bowl and a head. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. What's new? What would be great? You know, the HMDs did a huge job in the world to make hookah easier for beginners. I still don't use HMDs on a regular basis. I don't think I don't need them. I don't think they make it better for me. But they make hookah smoking better for a lot of people. It makes it more simple.
Okay.
So what else? What can be done that's new? I don't know. You have to make it very simple for people, you know. But then you can make things heavier and bigger quality. This hose will work just as good as those plastic disposable hoses. What's the difference? You know, this is just a nice piece of material, and it'll last forever and so forth. Yeah, in order for the government to regulate us, I think they need to be made aware of what it really is, and then it's fair, then they can regulate it. But they're trying to regulate it now with, I think it's very political too. Okay, the US is an anti-smoking country, especially my state of California. Fine, I get it. Tell us why and tell us which products. They try to make hookah smoke illegal, but it's okay to keep cigarette smoke. Why? I want to know why. Because if you ask me, and I'm not a scientist and I have no evidence, but I had smoked cigarettes for 5 years of my life, cigarettes are killers. They will kill you. Hookah, I'm not going to say is good for you, but I'd like to say that it's a much better alternative. And then not only that, forget about what you're consuming. Anytime somebody's smoking cigarettes, they're being ostracized. The society doesn't want them anymore. Hookah smoking is social. It's something that you do together. It's a break. It's time to get away from work and have a good time with each other. Why would the government want to regulate or try to all-out ban hookah tobacco? But no, it's okay. Let's keep cigarettes going. That's okay. I want someone to make me understand. Once the government understands that, then regulate it, and I'd like to help out too. If there is a regulation to be done in the United States, hopefully they can call me, reach out to me, and I will help them understand what it really is, and let's regulate it, because it should be safer for people.
Yeah, in my country exactly the same. So do you think this might improve the next year?
No, I think it's political, and I think, but we're fighting. We have a good group in the U.S., the Hookah Chamber. They're on Facebook, and they have a lobby, and we won a couple battles already. So, but the thing is, how do you go up against a big government with a lot of money? The hookah industry is not like big tobacco, like cigars or cigarettes, that have the money to defend themselves. We really don't have the money. We're a very small niche group. And then it's also getting to vapes. They throw us in with vapes, like it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Do what you want with the vapes, but separate hookah from the vape industry. How about Spain? Any tobacco made in Spain yet?
Yeah, there are some tobaccos made in Spain. in my opinion, they are not good.
Well, maybe you're too advanced of a hookah smoker. Maybe
That's
this is
right.
it.
Yeah, for the regular smoker, it might be right, but still, I would recommend a fucker or something like that.
Well, I see a lot of people online that posting. Once they get to that commitment, when they want to spend a lot of time
Mhm.
online discussing it, they become advanced. So nothing satisfies them anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem. You start chasing the good smoke. When you started hookah, you tried something you probably don't even remember, but you loved it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
and probably if you tried it now, you'd be like, no, it's no good. Okay, because you've evolved, you've went on, and you've tried what you think is better. And that's great. But some of these other brands, they're the ones who started people and getting them into hookah smoking, which is good. There's only a few of the products that are actually, you would say, not worth ever trying. I don't even know.
Mhm.
But most of the mainstream brands, they're good. They're good for
regular
everyday consumption. Some people, they're not like me and you, probably smoke every day. Some of these other people who go to a lounge once a week, they're fine with any brand. You know, as long as it's smoking and the flavor is good, and they get in for an hour and they move on to the next party, it's good. So I just like all the brands out there because they're expanding. But there are so many brands, and to be a passionate smoker like myself or you, it's hard to try new brands now.
Yeah. You know, brands, they want to sell more and more and more, so they cannot focus on like hookah enthusiast people.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna sell as much as they want.
Yeah.
It's like starting with 10 years. You can't, because you're not gonna like it, you're not gonna enjoy it. Maybe it's too strong, or maybe it's forever.
Yeah, there are some people who actually, that impresses me too. They'll start with Tangiers and they'll be hooked instantly. And that's impressive. I didn't start with Tangiers. I didn't start Tangiers maybe until I'd been smoking for 10 years. And it wasn't instantly my favorite. It took some time. It was a little strong for me. Because I was used to some of the easier brands that handled the blonde leaf, let's say. But overall, that's where I went. That's my opinion. Mario was asking about someone on Facebook asked, do I think there's a lot of copies of copies? Yeah, there are, and that's an unfortunate thing. A lot of these hookahs are looking similar. A lot of the bowls are looking similar. A lot of the hoses, it's just becoming the same thing over and over. And in tobacco, what they're trying to do, they stopped this a little bit, but they would always try to take off of a brand like Starbuzz's Blue Mist. Well, try our Blue Mist. And it's like, why? I have Starbuzz, and if yours is, there hasn't been one company that came out with a blue this or a blue that was better than Starbuzz's original Blue Mist. It's not happening. So I think the people who are more successful are the ones who bring something new to the market. One of the biggest things was the Cloud Lotus. I mean, they brought a product that didn't exist before. And after that, now everybody's making an HMD. So yeah, there are a lot of, but what can you do? It's so, I mean, we've been thinking about it all the time. What can we do to make this different? Maybe we don't want to make it different. It's good enough the way it is. So, but there are bright people out there who will come out with something good one day.
Okay. Yeah, to wrap this up, do you want to add anything else? Any
No,
last words?
but just say hello to friends in Spain. I was there 2 weeks ago in Barcelona, beautiful country. Barcelona's a beautiful city. Had a lot of food. The Iberico ham was great. Okay, it's everywhere. Here, you know, it's expensive.
Jamón, yeah.
I went to a restaurant one time years ago, and they had the whole leg, right? And they said this is like $40 for 2 ounces, and they shaved 2 pieces like this, and they put it on your plate. I'm like, it's good, but I don't understand. It's in the end, it's pork. It's jamón, right? But you have it there like you have water in Barcelona. So we had it. It's very good. So thank you to, I met a lot of people in Spain too, and I like the people there, and hope to meet very more and to do another visit, maybe next year, Sevilla.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, Mario, thank you for coming.